idea how to start an intro. So, hello is a good place, right? So my name is Katherine, and this is my very first Flosstube video. I can't believe I'm saying that, and I can't believe I'm actually filming this right now. I've been thinking about doing this for a long time, and I've been trying to convince myself to just go for it, and I've been messing around with the idea all week, and I'm feeling motivated to try and do this and post my first video. So here we are. Okay, so I guess I'll just say a little bit about myself. So yeah, my name is Katherine. I am 25, and I live in Ontario. I've been stitching for a very long time. I remember doing the odd little kit when I was really young, but the first project that I really remember stitching and fully finishing in a frame was when I was around 11 or 12. It was a gift from my grandmother, and I've been stitching ever since. My interest has definitely come and gone over the years, but it's never gone away completely. And most recently, I guess the wave that I've been riding was back in 2022, and I got back into it, and I just started stitching on whatever project it was, and that really got me back into it. And then I started exploring Flosstube more, and stitching on social media and discovering new designers and the world of hand-dyed fabrics, and it's just been an obsession ever since then. Stitching is definitely my favorite hobby and what I like to spend all my free time doing. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and my stitching journey. And yeah, like I said, I've been thinking about doing this for a while. So I finally just said, I'm gonna do it. and here we are, filming my very first awkward intro. So I'm thinking for my first video, it would make the most sense to do a WIP parade. Personally, I love WIP parades. They're some of my favorite things to watch. I just love seeing what people are working on, and fabric choices, color conversions. I learn about new charts, new designers, and they're my favorite videos. And in this case, I feel like it makes sense so you can see what I'm working on and kind of what I like. And then I'll figure out videos from there, but that'll be video number 1 today. Okay, I'm gonna cut it here, and then I'll go grab all my projects, and then we'll start going through them. Okay, so I'm back. So I'll start going through my WIPs now. I do have them kind of separated into 2 bins right now. I have the ones that I have been working on recently and that I am planning to work on in the next month or so, just because I want to, or because they're on my WIP Go board, stitch alongs that I'm doing right now, that kind of thing. And then the rest are in another bin, and those are the ones that I haven't worked on in a while, or for example, they've been on my WIP Go board and I'm not going to be working on them again for the rest of the year. So they're separated that way. They're not really in any other particular order. They're just how they are in the bin. So first one. I'm sure a lot of you will recognize this first one. This is the Deadly Aquarium Stitch Along from Lola Crow Cross Stitch. So, oh my god, I love this so much. This is one of my favorite projects that I have on the go right now. So, it's a little wrinkly. It's occurring to me now that I should probably press these before I film videos, but they're just gonna be wrinkly today. Hopefully that's fine. So isn't this just incredible? I love this so much. I'm stitching this on 28 count Lugana from Forbidden Fiber Co. I think the name was Stormy Nights or something. It was a fabric of the month, and you can't get it anymore, and it's just beautiful bluish gray color. Oh my god, I love this so much. I am up to date. I have been able to keep up, which I'm happy with. So this is exhibits 1 through 9, and then exhibit 10 is coming out today. So I'm planning to get a start on that one tonight once it comes out. But yeah, I swear, like, I love each release more than the last. Like, she's just so creative, and you know, her use of color, and it looks so cool, and I love working on it every week. My next one is another stitch along. So this is the, okay, I don't know how to say this. Vampirum or Vampirum, I don't know, stitch along from Noctiflora Designs. So this is also stitched on 28 count Lugana from Forbidden Fiber Co. And the color is called Cotton Candy. And I'm not sure how well it's gonna show up on camera, but it is, oops, it is bright pink. Like, it really is cotton candy pink. I might even call this bubblegum pink. And like, I love this. It's a little more like vampy goth than I normally do, but she had another stitch along in the fall last year. It was the Rare Horror Fly stitch along that I also did, and I really loved it. And then this one came out, and I mean, you can see like it's all pinks. Whoops, there's a thread on there. Whoops. It's all pinks and purples, which are my favorite colors. So I couldn't really help myself, and I really love this. So this has monthly releases, which is nice. It's a little easier to keep up than the weekly releases, just because you have like so much more time and flexibility of when you want to work on it. So I've been able to keep up with this one as well. So part 4 is the most recent, and part 5 is going to be coming out, I think, next weekend. So I did catch up in time. I finished part 4 last night. And then I think there's 7 parts to this. So the last release will be in October, like 2 weeks ish before Halloween. This next one is another stitch along. Although admittedly, I haven't worked on this one since like April. So this is the Heaven and Earth Designs stitch along. Actually, hang on, let me take off the edge of the Q-snap. If I can get it off. There we go. So I can show you the full thing. There we go. So I love this. This is my first full coverage. Well, I guess I have done full coverage, but like not like this. You know, I learned about like these kinds of designs of full coverage, Heaven and Earth Designs, at some point last year, and you know, I just thought they were so cool, and you know, I would love to do one, but I was always so intimidated by them. And then I found out about this stitch along from Crafty, what's her handle? Crafty Gaming Jamie, I think. I love her videos. And it was in the last couple days of December, which is when the end of like sign up was. And so I signed up right away. And it's really cool. They offered 10 different designs, and you picked one from the 10. And then they have some rewards. So if you finish 4 full pages of the stitch along before the end of the year, then you get access to the other 9 charts in the stitch along. If you finish the full thing, you get access to the other 9 plus 2 free charts of your choosing. So originally I was planning to do the full thing, get the finish this year. However, like life got in the way, and I gave myself a lot of goals this year, and I had a really big gift that I needed to finish. So my progress on this one has definitely been set back quite a bit. Like something had to go, and I put this one aside for a couple months, but I am planning to bring it back out this month and get back to getting some progress on it. So I'm really looking forward to working on this one again. All right, so the next couple are Christmas pieces that were on my WIP Go board for this month. I think I'll talk about like WIP Go and stuff in maybe a later video. Like for now, I'm just gonna show you what I have. Okay, I'm just gonna pop this one out of the hoop. I was also working on this one yesterday, which is why it's still in the hoop. So this is Jeweled Baubles from Shannon Christine Designs. I don't have a ton done on this one yet, but I'm really happy with my progress so far. So I've loved this design for years, and I don't know why I like put off purchasing it for so long, but I did. And anyway, I finally purchased it last year, and yeah, I love it. I think it's beautiful. There is a crap ton of beading on this. I think that's probably what intimidated me at first, was just the amount of beading. But I bit the bullet. I bit the bee kit. I bought the bee kit. There we go. So I have everything ready to go, and I love it. I'm so excited to get it finished and beaded and everything this year, and it is on my WIP Go board twice, so it will get done this year. Oh, and I'm stitching this on 14 count sterling Aida from Picture This Plus. I looked at a lot of photos like on Facebook of other people that have stitched this, and I decided that I wanted to get something kind of grayish, you know, like if these ornaments were hanging in the window and you were looking outside and it was like snowing and stuff. I didn't want it to be too blue, and I didn't want it to be too white, and I ended up finding this perfect gray, and I really like how it looks. So super excited to keep working on that one this month. All right, next I have 10 Lords of Leaping from Nora Corbett. So this is a 12 Days of Christmas series that I love. So I have all 12 of these. My kind of goal in my head is to have them all finished next year, which I think I think I can make that happen, but this is the third one that I'm working on, so I still have 9 to go after this. I did start with number 12 because like 10 through 12 are like my least favorite. I mean, they're all just like dudes with red jackets and gray pants and black boots, just kind of jumping around in different ways. So they look really good when they're done, but they're my least favorite. So I started at 12 and I'm working my way down to 1. And like the first half is just incredible. I mean, like all the birds they're beautiful, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited about everything. But I'm making myself do the ones that I want to do the least first, rather than do all the fun ones and then be stuck with the last few, you know. So anyway, I finished 12 and 11, and I'm working on 10 right now. So here he is. I have finished his head and he's holding a wine glass. So I just have to do the border and then backstitch and beads on him. So making progress. He looks really good. Even though they're like my least favorites, they look really good when they're done. And I'm so excited to do the rest of them. They look so good. All right. This is, let's start there. Which way does this go? There we go. Ooh, this has been folded for a while. There we go. This is Bountiful Blooms from Coraline Manning. So Coraline Manning is one of the designers that I discovered last year, and I'm working on another chart, which you'll see in a little bit, from the Shooting Star collection, and I have so many of her charts that I want to stitch. And this one, it's kind of different from the rest, and I really like it, and really like how it's looking so far, even though I don't have much done. So I'm stitching this on 25 count Lugana in the color Apricot, I believe. Just from like Zweigart. I think it's Zweigart. This was in a box of stuff that I inherited from someone. I have accumulated stash from so many people at this point. I don't remember where this came from, but it was in a box of stuff that I had, and I've never stitched on 25 count before. I've never stitched like 1/1 on something this small. So this was like a new endeavor for me. But I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see, but hopefully this is actually in frame. On this design, like in between all of the blocks, there is one thread. So there is a little bit of negative space on here. And I thought that this peachy color just really worked with this design and the colors, and I'm really happy with how it looks. And like everything else, I'm really excited to work on it more and get more progress, and I think it's gonna look really, really good when it's finished. What should I show you next? Let's show you Bella Filipina. So I discovered also Bella Filipina last year. So I was familiar with Mirabilias and like Nora Corbetts, but I had not heard of Bella Filipina. And when I did, it was like, I in love instantly. I have several Bellas kitted up. I have 2 on the go. I have the one that I'm about to show you, and another one, which I'll get to in a little bit. They're just incredible designs, and I just am in love with so many of them, and I just want to get them all on my wall, like now. So this is Urduja. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Whoops. There you go, Urduja. Gorgeous mermaid. So I really liked this. And then I have a Fabric of the Month subscription with Forbidden Fabrica, which is why I have a lot of 28 count Luganas. And I do the 28 because I find they're best for designs like this with all the beading and everything. It just fits best, in my opinion, on 28 count. So yeah, I have my Fabric of the Month subscription. And this is the fabric that I got in January this year. And I opened it and I was like, oh my God, I need to do Urduja on this. Like, she has to go on this fabric. So I've started, really liking what I see so far. It looks a little goofy because it's like the top curve of her tail, but you get it. So this is, 28 count. It's called Resolution. So it's really fun, like bluish gray and like yellow modeling. And part of the reason that I joined the Fabric Club in the first place was to get stuff that I wouldn't normally buy and really try and push myself with fabric choices. So yeah, this is like super out there for me. But I'm doing Urduja on her, and I just like, look at how good this looks. Like, those reds and the oranges are just divine. And I had to get into some of the color in her tail, so I did some of the purple. But like in her tail right now, there's already 4 Chronicles being used in her tail already. Like, there's so much sparkle on her, and I haven't even bought the beads yet because I know I'm not going to be beading her for a while. And frankly, I just was not willing to pay for all of that at once because there are a lot of supplies for these, but it's fine. I'm happy to buy the supplies if it means that I get to stitch wonderful, incredible, beautiful, sparkly things. but I also know myself, and I just don't see myself finishing this anytime soon. So I have seen photos of her done though, and the bling is like actually insane. So I can't wait. To fix these later. I'm not putting them back in the bags very well. All right, I have another big girl in this bin. Oh God, I love this. So this is my start on the Dark Queen of the Sea from Autumn Lane Stitchery. So this was a stitch along a couple of years ago, and I was kind of on the fence about whether or not I want to stitch her, and finally I was like, yes, I do. I want to stitch her, and I want to stitch her now. And then I happened to find this fabric from Hand Dyed by Rolanda, and I was like, add to cart immediately. I needed to have it for this. So back to like the trying to be a bit more adventurous in my fabric choices. This is like really out there for me. But it works so perfectly for her. So yeah, there's the pink here and the blue, and then I'm not gonna take it out of the Q-snap, but the bottom quadrants are purple, and then this one is green. So you can see already, it just looks so cool on here. This is another 28 count, by the way. I'm so happy with it so far, and I've only worked on this for like 2 or 3 days. Like, pretty happy with my progress so far. I would like to also stitch the Dark Queen of the Earth. That was the more recent stitch along, but it's not available as like a single PDF yet. My understanding is that like each piece came out separately, but then they all have to be like put together in one chart to be purchased, which is not done yet. So I am patiently waiting for that to come out because I really want to stitch her too. I already have fabric picked out and everything. Like, I'm definitely gonna do them both. And then I believe there's gonna be a stitch along for a Dark Queen for like each of the elements. So there's been like the sea or water, and then the earth. So I'm anticipating that there's gonna be one for air and fire. I hope. That'll be cool. So I'm also patiently waiting for the announcement of the next stitch along, which I will definitely be participating in. Okay, this next one, oh my God, I left this one in the hoop too. God, I'm terrible. I'm trying to be better at like not leaving things in the hoops, but I also think, oh, I'll work on that soon, and then it's been like a year. It's like, oh shit. But I need to stop doing that. So, all right. So this is from the Bella Filipina Treasures collection. So it's a Facebook only group that Bella Filipina put together. So basically they're like mini Bellas that come out every so often. There's not like a regular schedule or anything. They just kind of come out when they come out. I think there's been 4 releases so far. I've bought 2 of them. I'm for sure gonna buy the most recent one as well. He's done a couple of small mermaids. There was like a sprite fairy kind of thing. They're similar in style to the Bella Filipina Stitch Along last fall, which is hanging on my wall behind me. So this was the very first one that came out. It's called Coraline. So it's this pretty little mermaid. Like, look at these colors. They're just beautiful. So I'm stitching her on a scrap of 14 count navy Ada that I had left over from, and there's another project on my wall. It was like the bottom piece of that fabric. The margins are maybe a little tighter than I'd like at the top and the bottom, but it's fine, I'll make it work. And I mean, look how beautiful it is with these colors. Like, I'm really, really happy with it. So I would like to get this finished this year, which I definitely think is possible because like it's really not that big. But I just haven't had a lot of time to work on her just with all the other things that I have been working on. So I would like to finish her this year though. That is the goal. Right. This is the last one I have in this bin. So this is part of the, oh my God, what's the collection called? Mandala Quartet from Mill Hill. So there's one for every season. This is the fall one. I do have them all. I would like to rechart one of them a little bit just because I don't love it, but I wanted to do all 4 so that I can switch them out in the seasons. So I haven't worked on this in a really long time actually. But I'm just using like the kit fabric, threads, everything. So I'm almost halfway done, I would say, with the stitching, and then there's still a fair bit of beading to do, but yeah, I mean, it's cute. It's cute, I like it. I just haven't really had much motivation to work on it. But it would be nice to have it done, and it would be nice to have the others done too. And then I just want to have them up in my house somewhere in the same frame and just, you know, swap them out in the seasons. So this is another one that is on my WIP Go board twice. So it will be finished by the end of the year. Eventually. Well, it'll be finished this year. When I work on it though is yet to be determined, but anyway. Okay, that is my first bin. I am gonna pop these back and then come back with the rest. All right, I am back with my second bin of WIPs. So yeah, some of these I've worked on recently. Some of them have not been touched in a while. There's at least one in here that I started and then haven't worked on since. So kind of a mixed bag. All right, let's get into it. So, okay, this is a Mirabilia. I love her. So this is Queen Bee, or the Queen Bee, sorry. I have to remember the. So this one, you know, some charts, you know, you see them and right from the first time you see them, you're just like in awe. That's how I feel about this one. I just loved it from the second I first saw it. So I finally bought the chart and all the supplies and everything last year, maybe 2022. I don't remember when I started this. I'll have to look that up in my notes, but here's a good example. I worked on this like 2 or 3 times and then have not worked on it since. So it's a kind of a sad start. I have like her chest and her chin, and I've started her hair and the collar. That's it. But I'm really excited to work on her again. She is on my WIP Go board this year, so she will be coming out at some point. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm stitching this on the called for linen, which is Witch Hilt chestnut. Except I'm pretty sure I got this in a 28 count instead of the called for 32, because again, that's my preference. So yeah, I'm excited to work on this one. I'll show you my other Mirabilia while I'm here because it's on a scroll frame right now. So this is Zelda. So this is my very first Mira that I believe I started in 2021. So I did quite a bit on this, and then yeah, I kind of lost the stitchy bug for a while. And this was back when I was a monogamous stitcher. Like until about a year and a half ago, I pretty much exclusively worked on one project at a time. So this is my only project, and you know, I did a lot and then I just kind of lost my mojo, and like I had it on the scroll frame, so I had to like find a spot to set up the scroll, and it was just like, there just came a point and I lost my drive. And anyway, I worked on this in February, I think it was, for WIP Go. So I actually did quite a bit. It's awkward to hold. I don't even know if this is in frame. Oh my god. Oh, this is a lot easier to hold. I think I did about here, like about here down, was what I did earlier this year. So I did make decent headway on it. I don't know when I'm gonna finish this. I feel like it's still gonna be a while because I've done a lot, but there's still a lot to go. Like, this dress is a monster. It's huge. All right, I'm not sure where that cut out, but my cat started scratching on my door. So, I don't remember what I was talking about. But I'm looking forward to stitching on this again. Probably will not be until next year, just because I have other goals to accomplish this year, so I doubt that I'll be pulling this back out again, but I will definitely work on it next year. And you know, when is it gonna be done? I have no idea, but eventually is the best I can offer. Okay, so cats were scratching again. Normally I'd let them in here. As you can see, their tree is there, but I have stuff everywhere right now and they will get into it. So this is the other Carolyn Manning that I mentioned earlier. That is part of the Shooting Stars collection. So this is Opal. And I have a few different charts from this collection, and I love them all. They're just cool. It's like looking in a kaleidoscope, and I just love them. But what drew me to this one was just all these gorgeous, like bright pastel-y colors. They just look amazing. So I'm at a bit less than 15%, I think. It's 14 point something percent. So still got a ways to go. These Shooting Star designs, they have like 35,000 stitches. Like, they're big. They're bigger than you would think at first, but they look really cool and they're fun to work on. So that's another one that I don't think I'm gonna get to again this year, but definitely will next year. Okay, this one, I call this one Queen Bee Quaker. I don't remember if that's actually the official name of it. I will look it up and add it to the screen if that's not actually the name of the design. From Yasmin Made with Love. So this is where I got to. So I'm stitching this on 28 count Lugana in hibiscus from Fiber on a Whim. I kind of wanted to stitch on something a bit more pink, but this was close enough to what I wanted, and I got it in a Fabric of the Month club. So I just started it on here, and I really like it. It looks really, really good. In the original design, there's like the whole alphabet and like numbers and everything kind of like in the middle. I don't think I'm going to stitch all of those. I'm just planning to stitch the big letters that say Queen, and then there's a B in the middle. So I just wanted to say Queen Bee. I'm not planning on doing like the rest of the alphabet and everything. Oh, that's my bag of supplies for Zelda. Ooh. This is probably my favorite project, like, ever. So, like I said earlier, last year was really when I discovered the world of hand-dyed fabrics, like over-dyed fabrics, threads, you know, just all these incredibly cool materials. And this is when I started my Fabric of the Month subscription with Forbidden Fiber Co. So I started like in January, and I got my first fabric in February. And yeah, the exact reason was that I wanted to build my stash. I wanted to be more adventurous with choices and just really immerse myself in what was out there. And I figured, you know, getting a new piece of fabric every month is a good way to do that. It's a little treat every month. So I'm just gonna show you a bit of the fabric first. So it's this gorgeous, peachy, mottled, it's beautiful. I'm not sure how it's gonna show up on camera, but in person, like, this is peach. It is like bright peach. And I think the name was Peach Blossoms. I'm not sure if you can still get it or if it was just like limited because it was Fabric of the Month. But anyway, this was the first piece that I got in the mail. And I thought, oh my God, this is beautiful. Like, it's gorgeous. I love it. It's fun. And even this was like pretty out there for me. It's like literally a pastel. And I was like, oh my God. So I thought, wow, like, this is amazing. I need to do a really amazing project on this. Like, it deserves something cool. And this was also around the time that I discovered Bella Filipina designs. And I'd already had a couple picked out that I liked. And anyway, okay, sorry for the cut. I lost my train of thought. So yeah, I got the Fabric of the Month in the mail. And then about a week later, the new Bella Filipina design came out. And it was Phoenix Queen, and I'll show you in a second. I literally had this fabric, I'm not even joking, for like a week. And then this new design from this new designer that I had discovered came out, and it was perfect for this fabric. And I was like, oh my God, meant to be, this is happening. So I bought the chart and supplies immediately and started her on this fabric. And like, look at this. I love her so much. Oh my God. Like, she looks so good on here. So yeah, pink is my favorite color. And I mean, I probably would have like bought this design whether or not I already had this fabric, but like, it truly was just meant to be that I got this fabric and then this design came. Like, it could not be more perfect. So I'm almost done with the stitching. Actually, all I have left is this wing. And then I can start backstitch and beading. And there are a ton of beads on this. Like, all these empty spaces in her dress and like on that middle bit over her chest, all beads. This thing here is like this big, I don't know, thing that she's holding. And there's so many beads just in that one spot. Like, and then she has a cape that comes down on both sides, and like, it is all beaded. There's not a single cross stitch in the cape. It's all beads. It's crazy. I'm so excited to bead. I can't wait. And I'm almost there. I'm almost there. So I've worked on her 1 month already this month. Oh my God, 1 month this year. And she's on my WIP board again. So I don't think I'm gonna finish her. Like, I'm gonna have to work on her more than that to get her finished, but I would love to finish it this year though. I really would. Hopefully I can make it happen, but if not, I'm definitely finishing her next year because she needs to be on my wall immediately. Okay, this is a recent start. I bought this chart quite a while ago, but only just started it last month. So this is called Happy Halloween from, oh my God, I have cat fur like on my nose. A seller on Etsy. Okay, I'm just gonna fold this so I can show you better. And I'm about 25% done already. So you can kind of see like each of the letters is made up of, hang on, I'm trying to hold it a little flatter here so it's not so wrinkly. Each letter is made up of like an object. So there's like the cauldron and the wizard. I think the H is like two kind of scraggly, spooky looking trees. There's a pumpkin, candlesticks, like all the motifs are really, really cool. This is another piece of sterling Aida from Picture This Plus, but this is an 18 count, not a 14, just because I wanted this to be a little bit smaller. This was not the original fabric that I bought for this, but I changed my mind about what I wanted, and the original one I bought was gray, but it leaned a bit more brown and kind of yellowy, and with like this fog and stuff, I thought it would be better if this, like the fabric kind of aligned with those colors a little better. And I'm really happy with this choice. I think it looks really, really good. It looks really cool. Right. I only have one project left. Wow. That's crazy. Ugh. I can tell that I've been doing a lot of talking though, because I keep losing my train of thought and like, I'm thirsty. I'm actually gonna take a little water break. Now that I'm at the end, time for a water break. All right, my very last project. So this is a study in pink from the Artsy Housewife. So I can thank Marjorie Maid for introducing me to the Artsy Housewife and specifically this design, because she started this earlier this year, and now I'm doing it. So I'm stitching this on 32 count dirty porcelain linen from Evertote, and I'm using the Roxy Floss color conversion. I fully kitted this up while I was at Stitch North in April, and it's been sitting in my closet, and I finally started it during the Midsummer Stitch, during the like stitchy session with the Thread Gremlins. They're some of my favorite floss tubers. And I was able to join a stitchy session with them for a couple of hours. And two of them were working on charts from the Artsy Housewife. So I thought, I'm gonna start my chart from the Artsy Housewife. So I did. And this is what I got done. Not much. Not much at all. But she looks good. And like a lot of these, I don't know when I'm going to be working on this again, but I'm looking forward to the next time that I do. When I bought this linen, I'll be honest, I was a little worried that it was just like white. And I kind of got home and I was thinking like, why did I buy that? Like, it's basically just white. But now that I have it out and I'm like working on it, like against a sheet of paper, like it's not white. I'm just gonna show you the floss ring quickly. Like, look at how beautiful these flosses are. Ugh, gorgeous. Oh, there's some in the back too. Love them. And yeah, I've only worked on this the one time, but I mean, this linen is amazing. These threads are fantastic. And I truly cannot wait to get more progress on it. All right, that wraps up my WIP parade. I can't believe I just went through all of them. I'll be honest with you, I thought I had more WIPs than that. I have to count them and put the number because I lost track, but honestly, I thought I had more, but I feel like I have a healthy amount. Oh my God, here I go, losing my brain again. Thank you for joining me. This was fun. I think I'm gonna leave it there for today, and good timing because it just started like pouring rain. Hopefully it didn't get too dark in here for those last couple of projects, but that is all my WIPs, and thank you so much for joining me. And I'm not sure when I'm gonna film next or kind of what my schedule is gonna be, but I plan to figure it out. And I will see you here again soon. Bye.